Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will continue Final Fantasy III, the Pixel Remaster. So let's fire it up. Alrighty, at the end of the last episode, I was a little bit indecisive about how I wanted to proceed forward regarding jobs. And so let's talk about jobs for a second. So our first character slot, I typically like to have it be from beginning to end, Warrior, Knight, and then I think Ninja. Excuse me. Warrior's a good job. Knight is a good job. It's just he's a low job level. The Thief is also a good job. And so here's the debacle, the dilemma, right? Our second character slot. Do I want him to be a thief or do I want it to be a black belt? We might try out both just for just to see, right? Because both the black belt and both the thief are excellent jobs. The thief is particularly useful because we now have access to the main. Is it Gauche? The Gauche? Gouch? I don't know how to pronounce it. We'll say main Gauche. A tiny knife that does a crap ton of damage, and he has some good abilities, like his as the Scram, his ability that guarantees your party runs away. I think except for boss fights, right? The black belt does insane amounts of physical damage. I think though that the kicker with him, similar to the monk, is that you have to level his job level up to a decent level before you start seeing those returns on investment. The other jobs that we have available, let's talk about these jobs for a second, right? So why don't I have these other jobs? Well, Onion Knight, well, that's just a silly job. I mean, we're not going to run around with chibis. Technically, the Onion Knight is actually a decent job at the end of the game because I think the Onion Knight can cast all spells, but we're not going to do that. So Monk is a traditional glass cannon. We shouldn't have actually even had him with weapons once he hit about job level 20. We should have just unequipped his items and had him go fists, and he would have just wreaked havoc on everything. White Mage, of course, is a staple. You gotta have heals, and you gotta have white magic. So, hence why our White Mage has always been in the party. Serena. Same with Black Mage. Black Mage, you gotta have black magic. There's no reason to have the alternative jobs, which is Geomancer and Evoker. So there's no reason to have the Geomancer because the Geomancer's spells are entirely dependent upon the surroundings. That's it. Doesn't cast black magic at all, just casts spells based off of the terrain of where the battle takes place, which is highly frustrating when those elements don't work out in your favor if the enemies are either resistant or don't have vulnerabilities. The Evoker, the Evoker, and also later the Summoner, but the Evoker casts on a random basis and can, I think, either cast white or black magic spells, and I think it's technically they summon like they summon your gods and goddesses that are familiar with Final Fantasy, right? They don't name them, but you see them, like Shiva. I don't think Bahamut becomes a summoned creature, but I think you see Shiva, Ifrit. Is it Ifrit or Ifrit? Whatever, whoever he is. But anyway, you see some of the like summoned creatures and gods and goddesses in the Final Fantasy universe for the first time through these jobs. And I think that the intention was to get you used to all of these jobs because in later Final Fantasies they would be put to use. At least a lot of them would be, right? Your Summoner, possibly the most famous Summoner character in all of Final Fantasy is Yuna from Final Fantasy X. Dragoon, or not the Dragoon, Dragoon's over here. So Dragoon, another class in this game, not entirely useful except for one fight. One boss fight, that's it. You switch your knight to the dragoon. You equip him with double spears, I think, if I remember correctly, and that's it. You switch it right back to the knight. At least that's my memory of it. Vikings are actually pretty good, even though they're not good offensively. We'll say that. They are very useful for basically being a health funnel. Um, they are really good at drawing off enemy attacks. They have this ability that is basically a taunt, and basically what you do, you stick him in the back row with 2 shields and taunt the enemies, and then the rest of the party just goes to town on the enemies while your Viking takes 0 damage almost. Well, takes very little damage. Dark Knight is, I guess it's comparable to the Knight. It's just more, what do I want to say? I don't know, it's just a little bit different. But the Dark Knight is pretty good. And then the Bard, it's okay. The Bard can do damage and heal, and I guess is fun if you like musical notes floating across the screen to heal your party and damage enemies. However, no, not for me. And let's talk about the Ranger. The Ranger is a very lackluster job. Does mediocre to decent damage at best. With that barrage ability is not awful. However, it's not so powerful that it can wipe out your trash mobs very quickly, and single target damage doesn't really start to get up there until very, very late in the job level. So it doesn't even have the Ranger class doesn't even have a lot of damage until you get into the very later job levels, and even then, if you're going to level up a class to the later levels, just get a better job. Same thing with Red Mage. The hybrid idea is still fun and ooh, it's cool, but they don't get as many spell charges as the White or Black Mages on either school of magic. The spells aren't as effective or powerful, right? A heal for a Red Mage level 99 job is not as powerful as a heal or cure, as a cure spell for a White Mage at job level 99. Same thing with like a Blizzard or a Thunder spell. A Red Mage versus a Black Mage. So it's just not worth getting a Red Mage unless you're trying to create a challenge for yourself. So anyway, Tenzin, I kept him as a scholar for too long just because, I don't know, maybe laziness? Who knows? But we are going to make Tenzin into... first a blacksmith, excuse me, black belt. Let's see, I think we need to buy him gear. And then we're gonna keep Luther and Serena the way they are. Actually, no, we're gonna make him a thief. Actually, Mithril gloves, yeah, that's fine. Mithril kiln, yeah, okay. So let's go back into the town and get Tenzin some gloves or some armor. Let's see what's the fastest way to get there. And then we will need to, black cowl, yes. This is for a black belt. Black garb, yeah. Thief gloves, yeah. We're basically just going to spend all of our gil on our thief, which is fine. He's a good class. And he will be a worthwhile investment. Let's go ahead and buy 2 of these. And yeah, we don't care about a boomerang. We want 2 of the main gouaches. How do you pronounce that weapon? Where's my smart device that knows how to pronounce all words in the world? Google, tell me how to pronounce this word. Gosh or gauche. Gauche. Okay, the main gauche. Okay. meaning lacking of ease or grace, unsophisticated, and socially awkward. That's an apt name to give a dagger. Alright, black garb, yeah. Black cowl, okay. So, thief has respectable stats. Okay, so now comes the part where isn't fun. Let's see, we have a canoe, right? Yeah. And I can't remember if there's river battles here. There are river battles, okay. Attack and stealing is bad, don't even bother with it. Thunder, and then arrow. Alright, basically I just want to illustrate alright, let's keep going. Let's just fight along the river here. I'm not too excited about fighting in the overworld right now. Alright, very good. Alright, so this is what we have to do. Well, we don't have to, but what I am planning on doing. I'm gonna level up job levels, and this will require some grinding. Well, how do we do that? Well, each battle, if I remember correctly, it limits you to a specific amount of job experience. What's up here? Okay, so it's one of the temples. Okay. So let's just illustrate this. All right, so let's guard and then defend, and what we do is we just hang out in our defend status for a while. Now normally, if we were to level job level grind, we would go to the upper continent, and we would just go to like the beginning area where there's goblins, and we would just sit on defend for like 10 rounds, and just like this, doing nothing. See, it's not really effective here because we're actually taking attrition damage, or marginal damage, which causes, you know, eventual attrition. And so anyway, we just do this over and over and over again. And why do we do this over and over again? Because you're limited to a certain amount of job experience. I think it's like 200 job experience per battle. I think. I can't remember what it is for sure. But anyway, we do this and blah 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 blah, and then when we've had enough of this, we decide to we'll just attack with everybody, and then we wipe them out, and then that guarantees you get a job level every single battle. Now, as you can imagine, if you want to do this with every job, it's going to become tedious. So, yeah. So that's kind of what we would be doing for the next little while. I guess let's also since this isn't going to be a very long episode, let's go ahead and showcase the other classes for a second. I do want to illustrate what I'm talking about and why. Excuse me. So let's change Rion to a Dark Knight, I guess. Although the job levels are also low, it really won't highlight what I want to. So anyway, I guess let's explore the overworld. I can't even remember where we were supposed to go. To be honest, I was so caught up with What am I trying to say? Magician, what would you be susceptible to? Who knows? Um, I was so caught up about the jobs that, ouch, that I didn't think about anything else really. Alright, let's go ahead and magic. So they've got some good magic. So as you can see, our thief is doing some pretty good damage. Rion, we will never have to worry, I don't think, about healing because of that blood sword. So let's cast some cure. Alright, so we got magicians. What else is we got around here? Sea serpent. Remember when those were pretty strong compared to us. Now they're nothing. Alright. Let's head up here for a second, I guess. Vulcan. Is this a boss? I don't know. But we're not gonna risk it. Oh crap. Oh man. It's like what is it? Gutsko. Yeah, it's like Gutsko. It's a decent experience. Alright, let's go back to the river. So that was a pretty powerful little boss there. So I think the river is the safest place to be. Man. Ugh. Is that the only place that we can go, is that temple? As far as, like, our next place? Oh, man, they just knocked out Serena. Ow. Man. Alright, let's go back to town. Where is it? I think it's here. Yep. Okay. Alright, so anyway, we'll go ahead and just end the episode here. I just mostly wanted to talk about the jobs and also make a decision as far as what we were going to do. I was kind of torn between either Black Belt or Thief or Knight or Dark Knight or Knight or Black Belt. Like having a Thief and a Black Belt is also good. So there are, you know, there are a handful of jobs that you look at and you say, oh, these are good jobs. Do I want to have them? You know, do I want to utilize them? And so because of the jobs that are good, it does create some pretty good replay value for the game. Just avoid the crappy jobs. Really is what I would always say. Let's go up here next. I do want to just, yeah, let's just explore around a little bit more. I'm not gonna end it yet. My bad. Okay, I guess we'll just attack and see what this does. Now, as you can see, our thief is already doing some decent damage and is, you know, still low level. Alright, Luther leveled up. Cast Cure on myself. Okay, what else we got up here? We're wandering quite far away. Vulcan, alright. Quite nasty little things, aren't they? They don't have a whole lot of health. But they do definitely hit hard. With that flame breath. I probably shouldn't even be coming up here, should I? I guess let's party heal. That's gonna take him out. Yeah. And there we go. Hey, it's a lake. Is there any special enemy in here? Nope, just these guys. Just regular mobs. They can cast fire? Alright. Okay, what else we got up here? We're blocked by the mount. Oh, we're not blocked by the mountains, but it looks like there's a path over here. Ambushed? What kind of nonsense is that? Dang. Yeah, so that's why we chose a thief. Because those knives are pretty potent, pretty powerful. Alright, I think this is the Chocobo Woods. So let's do a little thing here where we come to the Chocobo Grove, any Chocobo Grove. Come to the center trees, and then if we use where is it? The bottom probably. There it is. Gasol Greens. And then you have this guy. And he can sell you stuff. Or not sell you stuff, sorry. He acts as a storage item or a storage bin for all your crap. And so if you don't want to inventory manage, this is what you do. That's it. That's the only purpose of the fat chocobo. It's a silly little thing. But hey, it's like I want to hang on to all this, you know, useless junk. But I don't want it in my actual bags. So there you go. You get the summon the fat chocobo to do that. Oh yeah, and chocobos, they can walk on anything except for ocean tiles. Yep, they can walk on water. They're pretty fantastic birds, and they can't walk up the mountains. Anyway, let's kind of do a little bit of scouting. Oh, is that a Chocobo Woods? It is a Chocobo Woods. It must be. Oh, they can't go down waterfalls. But these are pretty fantastic little birds. As far as their abilities. They're goofy as all heck, and I really feel that the creators of Final Fantasy could have chosen a better, something better. Alright, oh, never mind, that's a dead end. I thought it was not. Okay. Let's keep going to the north. Let's see what's up here. Ooh, we got some. Did we die? No, we just got stopped. Okay. So we can't go there yet. Um, yeah, that's for much later. All right, let's go back to town and call the episode for reals. So now what's gonna happen is we're gonna be doing a lot of off-screening. Um, and I think I mentioned this how at this point mid-game, we if you want your jobs, maybe I didn't, but if you want your jobs to be viable for the remainder of the game, like if you want your knight to go to the end game, if you want your white and black mage to go to the end game, because you can take them all the way to the end game technically. Not recommended because you have so much better jobs coming on later. But there is a grind that is required. You do have to grind some. I mean, well, you don't have to, but I mean, if you want to make life a little easier for you, then you will do grinding. So anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and save, and then so what am I going to do off screen? Well, I'm going to level up our jobs. So try to get everyone's job up to job level 30, I think. So get Rion's Knight job up to 30. I will go ahead and level up a flippin' Dragoon to job level like 20 or something, just so that have it for the fight. Probably the Viking, probably the Black Belt, probably the Dark Knight, just so I do want to illustrate these classes. So I will get their job levels up as well. So it'll take some time to do all that off-screening, but it's fine. It's really, really fine. And it's not as, a heinous of a thing as, grinding out red mages or rangers or, all of your jobs that just shouldn't be. But like I said, most of these jobs were later on utilized in later Final Fantasies, which I think was the purpose of Final Fantasy III, was to get you used to these jobs. Now, Final Fantasy V, I think, greatly improved upon the job system. Thank goodness they improved upon it instead of made it worse. But this was a very innovative thing, and I feel for the guy or the gal who played this game back in the day and picked a bad job because it looked cool, and then had a hard time in combat because you had like if you had like a Geomancer, Evoker, Scholar mix, oh man, that's just asking for trouble. Well, and top that off with a Dragoon. If you have a Dragoon, Scholar, Geomancer, Evoker, or Bard, then you're just asking for pain. But anyway, enough of my blabbing about jobs and so forth. In our next episode, our job levels will be considerably higher, and we'll have higher stats as well. So until our next episode, when we won't be progressed any further as far as game progress. Just our characters will have much better stats and would be doing much better damage. So until our next episode, so long for now.